Welcome everyone and thank you so much for joining in. So before I start talking about these interesting scenarios that are being flashed looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame, I want you guys to quickly destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much. Now if you look at the price action of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame and look at this 21 weekly EMA. This 21 weekly EMA was considered as one of the very important line of support. The price of Bitcoin got attracted towards 21 weekly EMA. What happened after that? We saw a very nice rally to the upside. Another retest around this 21 weekly EMA. Another rally here to the upside. But if you look at this price action right now, this exact trend line which previously acted as a line of support is rejecting us around 27,000 to 28,000 range. Yes guys, this weekly candle got rejected when we got attracted towards 27,300, 27,400 range. So now the question here is, will the price finally break out from this resistance line? Will the weekly find support above this 21 weekly EMA and start with another continuation here like this? Because remaining below 21 weekly EMA means the price in the medium short term could still show weakness, and let me show you with this example here. Now if you look at this price action of Bitcoin in a very simple way, I mean if you look at the price structure here in this manner, we can see very clearly guys, this upper trend line in a 4-hour time frame acted as a very important line of support and resistance. But when we were following this uptrend, what was the price of Bitcoin forming? The price of Bitcoin was forming this rising wedge, which is a bearish continuation pattern. Yes, you heard that correctly guys. In the medium short term, if the price of Bitcoin is going to continue this rally here to the downside, first reaching the price opportunity from this rising wedge, then you can see very clearly guys, the price of Bitcoin in our case could get attracted here to the downside in between 26,000 to 25,800 before finding bottom, before starting with another impulsive movement here like this. Because in most of the cases during an uptrend, rising wedge has showed some weakness, but at the end it has turned out into fake out. Please listen carefully. In most of the cases that has happened. So this might be another example, price getting attracted to a surprise opportunity and then starting with a new impulsive movement. And now even if you look at this in a very simple way guys, not as a rising wedge but as a bump and run reversal pattern type of formation, this price action makes us very clear that in the medium short term the price has lost the support from this key line. This rising trend line was considered as a line of support. This support has already been broken, and now if this trend is going to continue further here to the downside, then from this bump and run reversal pattern type of formation, right, our price opportunity is sitting around 25,800 to 26,000 range. And now with this example as well, the rising wedge, this lower trend line could be retested before the price of Bitcoin shows another move like this, and then slowly start with another impulsive movement. Because we know price of Bitcoin, if we look at this in a daily time frame, Williams alligator indicator has finally turned bullish in our case. So what does this mean? It does not necessarily mean the price has to show a rally like this. What could be happening here? Price showing more of a range bound, staying around 26,000, consolidating, and then starting with an actual impulsive movement. Because if we look at the price action, if we look at this Williams alligator indicator, this is a bullish crossover. Green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, has resulted in some very nice impulsive movement in the past price action. And this is something what we are also expecting in our case. Because if we look here to the downside, while the price of Bitcoin is forming lower highs, this RSI here is forming a bullish divergence because we are forming higher lows. Now even if we look at this MACD, after turning bullish, this MACD is also around this zero level. So if we can come across this horizontal trend line and at the same time this TTCCI remains around this positive territory, then that could be another continuation or confirmation. The price for the coming days might be favoring the longs, even if the price in the medium short term shows some weakness. Please do not panic, because you can see we are holding some of the most important line here in a bigger frame. I mean, this horizontal trend line around 25,800 26,000 will be looked as line of support. So I just showed you with this example, price objective 25,800 to 26,000, price objective again around 25,800 to 26,000. Now around that area in a bigger frame, we have some strong line of support line for Bitcoin. So even if the price does gets attracted here to the downside, as long as we remain above this trend, we are still expecting the price of Bitcoin here to form a double bottom type of formation and then slowly get attracted here to the upside. And now, even if you look at this in a very simple way, you can see the price of Bitcoin is not just only finding support at this horizontal trend line here in a bigger frame, but also the support from this CPR indicator. Yes, this central bottom top CPR line are very important for us. And now, since we are below it, this exact trend line is going to act as a resistance. And if you look in our case, this daily candle is above the bottom CPR line, which is a good sign, because the bottom CPR line, now since we are above it, is going to act as a support around 26,500 range. So this line is going to be looked as a support. This horizontal trend line is going to be looked as a support, and even this Williams alligator indicator is looked as support. So we know we have some strong support here for Bitcoin. So what could be happening here? I mean, if the price remains above 26,000, 26,500 in the medium short term, then we could be also forming this breakout formation. I mean, price breaking out from this falling trend line, because this falling trend line right now is looked as a line of resistance, right? So if the price of Bitcoin in our case manages to come across this trend line, then we are also expecting the price of Bitcoin after breaking this trend line to get attracted towards 27,000, 28,000 before choosing an actual trend duration. Because if the price of Bitcoin in our case is going to follow this exact movement, then we are expecting a move at least towards 28,000 range before deciding the trend duration. So if the price of Bitcoin is going to break out from this key line, then we know the upcoming days for Bitcoin might be favoring the longs. And if you have been following me for a while, you know, guys, I have been talking about this falling trend line breakout scenario. In the past, price action breaking out of this falling trend line resulted in a very bullish move. So this is something what we are also expecting in our case. Price getting attracted towards this falling trend line, but if we do break out of this line, it's bump and run reversal type of formation, right, will line up parallelly, which is a bullish continuation pattern, which could lead us to another continuation here to the upside around 28,000 before deciding the trend duration. Because we know only after flipping 28,000 resistance into proper support, only after that we know the price of Bitcoin for the coming days is going to turn bullish. And now, even if you look at this in a very simple way, guys, right now we are forming lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of formation. But during this lower highs, lower lows, we are also forming a bullish continuation pattern once we flip the upper trend line resistance. I mean, this descending broadening wedge scenario is playing out right now. So in the medium short term, if the price of Bitcoin shows weakness, gets attracted towards this 0.5, 0.618 Fibonacci line, again around 25,800 to 26,000 range, please do not panic, because we know this trend line is going to be looked as a line of support. So as long as we remain over that range, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin after that to show another continuation where we could be getting attracted towards the first price objective, right? And this first price objective is again around 28,000, and breaking that will indicate us the upcoming days for Bitcoin could be turning bullish. But failing to break out from 28,000 parallelly could also result in another bearish scenario, which could be playing out parallelly here in a bigger frame. Yes, in a bigger frame, we might be forming this Elliott wave corrective ladder phase, where we will be forming a lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern, So in the medium short term, if the price does get attracted here to the upside around 28,000, then we definitely need to flip this 0.5 Fibonacci into proper support because we're getting rejection around that area. This is also a reason why only after 28,000 resistance breakout, we know this is an actual continuation to the upside, invalidating the bearish scenario. But remaining below 28,000 price failing to break out of that line would also result in another bearish continuation like this. So this were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.